I was just thinking, oh, I look like I live in a winter jacket. Almost like I'm always cold. Not really. I need to keep my stuff on me. A lot of people are against the idea of witchcraft. Even Christian people that were, oh, it's all in your mind. Focus on this, focus on that. Like, they don't understand the power of witchcraft. I don't understand it. Well, I guess because of my experience, I know the seriousness of it. And people want to make it seem as if you have a lot to do with what's going on with you. I mean, I'm in the process of figuring out my power so I can teach people their power, because we can fight it, yes we can, but we need to people need to understand that sometimes it's just not that easy, and everything that I've been going through is not necessarily by choice, except I choose not to kiss ass to get out of the situation. Just allow myself to be carried by whatever so that I can learn whatever and teach what I need to teach. So while I'm doing so now, I find comfort in tarot reading for various reasons, and anybody don't want to pay attention, that's their business. But for those who will, I will try to give some people the benefit of the doubt, because like I said, once you have a physical explanation for everything spiritual, they're ready to dismiss it. So based on what tarot reading tell me about witchcraft, and everybody was trying to work against me, I'm not going to be speaking on everybody. Why are the camera like this? Anyways, you can hear me. Oh, what was I saying? Though I won't be speaking on everybody, one and two people that I do have, I guess you can call it receipt on, and whatever else I choose to mention. I have ways of backing my story. So you take the meat and spit out the bone, okay? And I kind of don't care what anybody believes, because you're sealing your own faith based on whatever reality you choose to accept or create. I'm just sharing my experience to help those who desire to be helped. I'm not begging nobody to accept help. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? Okay. So while I'm still in this bathroom, I'm gonna talk a little bit about the fact that my child's father is a scaredy cat when it comes to traveling, flying. So he got a 10-year visa, I don't remember which year, and I could probably count on one hand how many times he used it, because he wouldn't travel alone. And sir, I'm not saying this to bash you or whatever, I'm just telling my truth, because everybody knows that you were afraid to fly. I have an aunt who lives in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. She got him a job, so that he could be a better provider for his child's mother. I'm over when I get the sets going. But anyways, yeah, he wouldn't even take the job. He discriminated against the job. He's afraid of flying. However, I mentioned that because most recently he went to Cuba for a job. Good for him. I was happy that he finally brave up or whatever. But the reason I mentioned that, tarot reading told me about the possibility of my dear child's father working against me. However long it's been happening, I don't care. But the reason why it was easy to believe is because this man would not travel alone. And they said my child's father went to Cuba. How would they know? And it wasn't a personal tarot reading. I'll tell you how I'm able to take the meat and spit out the bone at a later time. So it just made sense that let's just not pretend that we're not hearing what we're hearing. We don't have to jump on the board and believe everything. But what a coincidence. After everything that I've been going through, hearing about witchcraft here, witchcraft there, and then now I'm hearing about my child's father traveling alone, going to Cuba, where he went to work. Gotta be some truth to it. I don't know. Use your own discernment. And who else would I like to mention? Pause this one, I think. Oh yeah, they did mention that he'd possibly have a child with another person, which he does, most recently. And whoever she is, I don't know her. And I'm not discriminating against anybody, and I'm not defending anything like, oh, please forgive me if I'm wrong. I'm speaking my damn truth. And whatever come of it, come of it. So, I will say this, even though it might feel a little bit personal. In the beginning, when I heard that he have a girlfriend, because it seems as if he always have this idea of getting back with me at some point. In the beginning, I find out that he have a girlfriend. My mother treat that woman better than she treat me. She treat him also better than she treat me. So I would see him I would see him sleeping in my mother's room when I could never even go in there without permission or sit on her chair or her bed. Blah blah blah. I'm getting too personal. I'm taking it. Oh, anyways, let's focus here. When I'm here in the US and they're there in Jamaica, I'm hearing stories about this new girlfriend of his, my son's father, his new girlfriend. She'd have to be quiet in the background when I call. Why, I don't know. So when I finally hear about it, I guess he didn't want me to know that he's kind of moving on. So why am I still wearing the mask? I just realized it don't matter. Leave me alone. I'm looking in the camera, but just realized on the phone and the mirror. Anyways, so when I found out about her, I was not liking it. Why is she being quiet? We're not together. You need to treat this woman she deserves to be treated if she's your new girlfriend. So, I didn't ask to speak to her, but I spoke to him about it. And after speaking to him about it, it's like they loosen up a little bit. So now I can know when she's here and when she's not there, what she's doing from what she's not doing. And I'm not asking anything. I don't know why they feel the need to update me. But when I did find out about her, I didn't like that they was keeping it hush-hush. Like, are you guys playing around or are you serious? Stop treating a girl like that. Anyways, weeks pass after me opening up to him about how I feel about that. She got pregnant. As if they were waiting for my permission. That's their business. But I have nothing bad to say about the young lady except that I heard that she's possibly working on him too. Girl, if it's not true, just let it fly. And for whatever reason, based on what I just said, it would make sense for somebody like her to dislike me. Because I would have something against that woman too if my new boyfriend at me zip across the face because his ex is on the phone. I don't know how to explain it, but I would feel some type of way towards me too. But hey, that's their business. I think of who else I want to mention. Oh, before I go, while I'm at it, the uncle that I was staying with, I was talking to him about prophets and so forth and so on and how dreams can actually tell you this and that. And I asked him if he ever had a dream, like what do you call him? All this is so new to me. Just being a prophet, whatever. So it would tell me a story. He told me a story about dreaming about losing his son. You know, everybody in the family know Rupi. R.I.P. Rupi. I love you, Rupi. But he would tell me a story about how he dreamt about Rupi. Rupi's dead. And that feeling that came over him, and when he called and couldn't get to anybody, blah, 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 when he finally did and they told him that, Rupi's gone, he dreamt it before it happened. So the reason why I bring up that conversation with him and with you now is because on June 6th, my birthday is on the 7th, on June 6th I had a dream about him coming up the stairs. You know all the other stories surrounding me and him, whatever situation. I had a dream about him coming up the stairs to attack me for whatever reason. I didn't know what, but when he came charging and I just, are you okay? Like, what is this for? So the picture I'm painting there in the dream, it says, soft words turn it away wrath. If you're familiar with that saying. So it's like whatever he was angry about coming up the stairs, he changed his mind and calmed down. And the reason I remember that dream clearly a couple hours later is because he stormed up the stairs. I don't know what he was coming up the stairs for, but there was no peace in that house. I was just more like, here we go again. So when he stormed up the stairs and he was like, Samantha, that's my name, Samantha. Samantha. And I was like, yes, love. It's like he just changed his mind about being aggressive. Can I talk to you? And instantly I remember the dream, like the way I respond, calm him down, just like in the dream. And he was coming up the stairs to serve me an eviction notice, but it ended up turning into a warning, like, what's your plan for the future? When are you gonna move? This, that, and that. This is what I was gonna do, but I'm gonna hold on a little longer, blah, blah, blah. I say all that to say, I got a dream. Just like he had a dream of his son losing his life and it happened, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. So in regards to his son now, I hear stories about him sacrificing his children to get to where he is. That might be a hard pill to swallow because he has children who are still alive. Just be glad you made it, Just be glad you're not the one he sacrificed. What you're going to do with your life moving forward is your business. And don't be coming for me because you think I'm coming for your father. Cousins, there's so much more to tell. You'd be wise to shut your mouth and get all the details before you come against me, if that's even crossing your mind. I'm not going to turn this light on again. I'm just gonna go do some writing and get back to you. I'm gonna use the tarot reading clips that I say that mirror my stories and show you how it's possible that the tarot reading is telling the truth for those who are questioning if tarot is real or not, or if it's demonic or not. Demonic or not, there's some truth to everything. So eat the meat and spit out the bone. I'll catch you later. Before I forget, I want to mention that I did tell that uncle about the people saying that he sacrifices children, and it was at that point he started explaining to me why they think that's the case, saying it's a lie. I didn't ask if it was true. I was just telling him what I'm hearing. Every time I hear stories about witchcraft and these things, I talk about them because they don't believe me at all, but everybody has a story to tell. So when I would tell him that that's the rumor that's going around, he started to explain things, talking about why people think that's the case. And he told me about guard ring. I didn't know he knew what a guard ring was. I still don't know what it is, but I've heard of it in songs these days. And apparently it's nothing new because he's an old man. So he would talk about getting a guard ring and explain to me how he got it. I don't remember the details, and that it broke, and I don't remember all the foolishness. But the point is, what you doing with a guard ring? Do you guys know what a guard ring is? Coming from the same man who's telling me that witchcraft is nothing but in my head. Okay, just like everybody else, I have an auntie too who told me about having family member in Illuminati. You know what Illuminati is? I don't know, but we all hear a little something. But still, I am in my head when it comes to the witchcraft stories. You get what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Okay. Oh, and while I'm at it, my mama also told me a story about when my youngest sister, or the fabulous, the third sister, saw some egg somewhere outside when they were living in some community, and she picked it up because they colored the egg. I don't know if it was an Easter egg, but she picked up the egg, and my mommy had to grab her and some other friends come together, and they had to spin her around a few times and put alcohol, like the rare nephew thingy. I don't know if it was rare nephew, but it was alcohol, whatever. Put it in your mouth and blow it on her. Put it in your mouth and blow it on her. Pick up what I'm putting down. Where are these stories coming from? Out of the mouth of people who don't believe in witchcraft and that I'm going crazy when I talk about my experience. The only reason why it makes sense for them to be in denial is because I'm also told that they are the ones working against me. So it's like they can't hide it anymore. I don't know if I'm getting smart at putting pieces together, but or they just bank on people not believing me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, except what's in the dark is coming to light. So when I'm putting the pieces together, eat the meat and spit out the bone and don't argue with me. I wanted to show you guys the camera or the reflection, people on the other side behind me. Their faces will be in the camera if I turn it on them. Well, this is not a shelter, it's like I don't know what it is, but anyways, that's kind of why I'm whispering and I'm not going back to the bathroom to talk louder. I turned the camera back on to say, what was it? Something about mama. Oh, I had a dream. I don't remember the dream, but I wrote it down something about my mother and her friends and them coming to show some kind of support, show support. Interesting. And you have something to do with fruits and vegetation and whatever, blah, blah, blah. The dream's not crazy important at this particular point, but I do remember one of the person in the dream. There's so much that went down, and you know that a couple weeks or months later when my sister got married, that friend was at the wedding. I've never seen her in America before. I didn't even know she had a visa, but that's fine. I'm not gonna call her name, but she's been friends with my mama forever, and the reason I remember her because I was just telling the story about my mommy and her friends, being uncle and my younger sister. I'm not saying she was one of the friends, but my mommy and one of her old time friends was at the wedding, a friend that I actually dreamt of. Everything is coming out of the dark, guys. Everything. So as much as I'm putting it out there like this now, as if I'm trying to figure things out, there's so much I know I don't have to speak strongly on. But a lot of people going through a lot of things that they have trouble explaining or believing. So I was sort of laughing, get crazy excited, but you know, people behind me, people back on me. I'm just gonna get back to my notes and I'll see you soon.
Why that sound like something somebody would be saying to somebody with bars between them, like some kind of visitation taking place? Huh?